Guys, the Las Vegas Aces are looking a whole lot lighter after some of these trades and free agency signings that have happened. And guys, it's leaving the bench.
The Las Vegas Aces have lost half their team, 2 top assistant coaches, and their GM, all in the same off-season. If that's not a red flag, I don't know what is.
The team that revitalized the modern-day super team in the WNBA, they went from dominating the league, is now the team that did not live up to expectations this year, and is a team that's one by one falling apart in front of our own very.
Add a pending lawsuit and rumors of under-the-table deals, and you've got yourself a full-blown implosion. So, what's behind this mass exodus? And what's got AJaWilson in tears? Looks like what happens in Vegas doesn't always stay in Vegas, especially when it comes to team drama.
For all Aces fans, it's over. It's over. It's over. The reign of the Aces is over. I understand the shortest dynasty in the history of the sport of basketball. You know, I've never heard of a dynasty that won 2 championships and then was done, because you're seeing all the ring-chasing free agents getting.
You know what they say about karma? It always comes back around. And for the Las Vegas Aces, it's hitting hard. Remember when they were on top of the world? Back-to-back champs with a roster that looked unbeatable. Yeah, those days are starting to feel like a distant memory. Let's rewind for a second. The Aces were riding high, their swagger on full display. AJaWilson and Becky Hammon were practically untouchable, or so they thought. But then came that semifinals loss to the New York Liberty, and suddenly, the cracks started to show.
To get better, we have to really take a sharp look at ourselves, look ourselves in the mirror, see our shortcomings, and then, you got to make the moves necessary, whatever that means, to put the best product that we possibly can. It's not going to be the same group probably next year. It just won't. And I'm sad about that, because I really like that group. They're a pain in my ass, but I was.
When Coach Becky Hammon spoke after that tough loss, her words initially sounded like confidence. Now they feel more like a warning. She said the team wouldn't be the same in 2025. At the time, we all assumed she meant they'd come back stronger. Turns out, she might have been predicting a complete meltdown. The first domino to fall was Kate Martin, the fan favorite and high-energy spark plug. Left unprotected in the expansion draft, she was quickly snatched up by the Golden State Valkyries. It felt like the Aces gift-wrapped one of their most promising young players and handed her to a rival. "I'm really excited," Martin said. "This league is all about opportunity. You just need one shot, right? I'm so thankful for the Aces and everything I learned there, but I'm looking forward to this new beginning and building something from the ground up with the Valkyries." The real bombshell, Kelsey Plum, the Aces' sharpshooting star, opted not to sign an extension. And just like that, she was gone, traded to the Los Angeles Sparks in a move that left fans stunned. Sure, the Aces got Jewel Lloyd in return, but at what cost? Plum is younger, more efficient, and doesn't require the ball as much as Lloyd. The Aces' once dominant bench, long considered their secret weapon, is now practically non-existent. Sydney Colson, AJaWilson's best friend and locker room leader, gone to the Indiana Fever. According to ESPN's Ramona Shelburne, the Aces wanted to re-sign Clark, but when the Storm reached out, she couldn't pass up the opportunity. At 37, she's returning to the franchise where she won 2 championships, 2018, 2020, bringing her signature 3-and-D presence back to Seattle. And then there's Tiffany Hayes, a player who wasn't even supposed to be in the WNBA. Last season she initially retired in the 2024 off-season before making a comeback. Fresh off winning the 6th Player of the Year award, Hayes proved she's still got it, averaging 9.5 points, 2.8 rebounds, and 2.1 assists per game. Now she's taking her talents to the Valkyries. It's like a game of musical chairs, except when the music stopped, the Aces were left without a seat. 5 key players gone, their entire rotation up in smoke. Unrivaled Hayes was a game-changing addition for the Aces when she came out of retirement, but now she's walking away. It's like watching your star player take their ball and leave, except in this case, she's taking her talents to an entirely new team. Tiffany Hayes joined the Las Vegas Aces midway through the 2024 season and made an immediate impact, delivering a remarkable comeback. Off the bench, she averaged nearly 10 points per game, injecting intensity and versatility into the lineup. Hayes is one of those rare players who, when she has the ball, can dictate the game on her terms. Stopping her, not so easy. And let's not forget that brutal semifinals loss to the Liberty. It wasn't just a defeat, it was a wake-up call. Kelsey Plum, Jackie Young, and Chelsea Gray, the Aces' offensive core, combined for just 28 points. That's not just an off night, it's a glaring warning sign. If you want numbers, let's talk numbers. The Aces have lost roughly 40% of their scoring output from last season. That's not a minor setback, that's a free fall. It's like watching a high-flying circus act suddenly realize they forgot to set up the safety net. So what's behind this mass exodus? Is it the rumored locker room tensions? Whispers about AJaWilson's ego growing too big for Sin City? Or is there something deeper? A crack at the foundation of what was once the WNBA's model franchise? Wilson herself has addressed the situation, emphasizing that while the best player in the world label is nice, she wants to be the best teammate. That's how she elevates those around her. But as the Aces struggle to maintain their identity, you have to wonder, is this just a rough patch, or is the dynasty crumbling? And how is AJaWilson handling all of this? Judging by her social media, she's in tears. You've got to ask yourself, is this karma? After all the confidence, the swagger, the dominance, is it all finally catching up to them? One thing is clear, this isn't just a bump in the road. This is a full-blown crisis. The Aces aren't just losing players, they are losing their identity. And in a city built on high stakes, that's a dangerous gamble. For years, the Las Vegas Aces basked in their own dominance, rubbing their success in everyone's faces. But maybe, just maybe, the basketball gods decided it was time for a lesson in humility. Just when you thought the Aces couldn't sink any lower, the real drama was unfolding behind closed doors all along. Remember when their front office was the envy of the league? Now, it's more like a ghost town. What's causing this mass exodus from the top down? Let's start with the elephant in the room. The Aces don't have a general manager. They let go of GM Natalie Williams months ago and still haven't replaced her. That's right. Las Vegas is running a championship franchise without anyone officially calling the shots. Nikki Fargas and Becky Hammon are trying to work their magic without a GM, but let's be real, that's a risky game to play. Williams' departure was chalked up to a front office restructuring, but the harsh reality, months have passed, and no one has stepped in to fill the void. It's like running a basketball team without a point guard. Who's making the plays? Your guess is as good as mine. But wait, it gets even juicier. Whispers around the league suggest that Becky Hammon might be eyeing a power move, positioning herself for a dual role as both head coach and general manager, just like her old boss, Greg Popovich. Ambitious? Absolutely. Smart? Maybe. A disaster waiting to happen? Quite possibly. And if you thought the coaching staff was safe, think again. Hammon's top assistants are heading for the exits. Natalie Nakes, once a key part of the Aces bench, is now making history as the first Asian American head coach in WNBA history with the Golden State Valkyries. Great for her, but a huge loss for Vegas. Meanwhile, Tyler Marsh has packed his bags for the Chicago Sky.